Now, the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto, is a very shrewd politician, very strategic. And the deputy president is a calculative politician. But the deputy president is normally prone to committing small political mistakes. But in general, he's normally very strategic. The deputy president is normally very calculative in his political moves. And I can tell you one thing for sure, that the deputy president is actually laying the ground to oppose the referendum. The deputy president and his team have actually sat down and agreed to oppose the referendum. I listened very closely yesterday to Caleb Kositany, and Caleb Kositany was very clear that they are going to oppose the referendum. I also read a tweet by Kipchumba Murkomen, the Elgeyo Marakwet senator, who is the legal advisor to the deputy president. And Kipchumba Murkomen was even willing to lead the no campaign. So these guys have sat down and agreed to oppose the referendum. And they're going to oppose the referendum because the deputy president intends to achieve 5 political objectives by opposing this referendum. And I'm going to explain that. But let me take you inside this referendum. Initially, the deputy president and his team had decided not to oppose the referendum. And why were they going to support it? They were going to support it because they had realized that the system actually wanted them to oppose the referendum. They were being pushed by the system to oppose the referendum because the system was keen on ensuring that the deputy president stands on the other side and they stand on this other side so that they campaign together. And they believed that by doing that, the deputy president was going to go on the other side, and from the other side, the deputy president was going to finance the no campaign. And by financing the no campaign, their thoughts was that, because we all know, let's just face the reality, the deputy president accumulated a lot of money during the first term in office. And in the second term, the system said no. So the deputy president and all his people who were involved in accumulation of this money were actually kicked out of influence. So they no longer accumulate this money. But the system had realized that the deputy president had accumulated too much, so much that it was going to be very difficult to face him using money. So they wanted to close those taps. So one of the ways of closing those taps is by dragging most of them to court, and then the little or the much which he was remaining with, he was going to be subjected to a referendum. So he was not willing to oppose the referendum. That's why initially you would always see the deputy president and his allies agreeing to anything. You see, they would just oppose the referendum, but at any given stage, when the report was presented, they supported. At any given stage, later on, they actually supported. But the deputy president has realized that the timing is not ripe for him to oppose this referendum because the timing favors him. Number one, the economy is doing badly in this country. So it will be easy for him to actually appeal to Kenyans by telling them that we don't really need a referendum. Of course, he will tell them no, but remember, a referendum is normally a question of yes or no. So whether you use yes, still you are going to campaign. Whether you use no, still money is going to be used. But he's going to tell these people that we really don't need a referendum at this time. So Kenyans who are feeling the economy, the heat of the economy, are going to side with him. Number two, there's this COVID issue, which has caused so much pain to Kenyans. Businesses have closed down. People are being kicked out of employments. So many, today Kenyans are just hoping for tomorrow. But COVID has actually brought the country down. But still, there are corruption in this particular COVID. The funds which are meant to help fight it ended up in the pockets of a few. So it will be easy to go to the people and tell them that we are facing a COVID. So instead of spending this money on a referendum, let us use this money to deal with the COVID. And that's why initially at some point you had Raila Odinga talking of, a referendum can actually be conducted using he talked of 2 billion, I think so. And then there's the Jubilee failure. The Jubilee government has failed in this country. So the deputy president would want to dissociate from that Jubilee failure and shift it to Raila Odinga. So the only way to do that is going to be to oppose this referendum. But the deputy president in general is keen on achieving 5 political objectives with this referendum. Because remember, he's in Jubilee government, but now operating as an outsider. So he wants to use this referendum to achieve 5 political objectives. The first thing the deputy president wants to use this referendum to achieve is to create a euphoria for the 2022 general election. How will that help him? In this country, people vote based on euphoria. People don't vote based on issues. So it's possible for you to just create a euphoria. Remember, 2007, Raila used the 2005 referendum to create a euphoria, which then he sustained up to 2007. And in 2007, he won that election without much problem. So that's exactly what the deputy president is intending to do. He wants to create a euphoria and then sustain that euphoria up to the next general election, because we are in 2020. Elections is 2 years. So it's possible that if you go for a referendum, let's say in December, the way they are saying, then he carries the day with the no. Then he can actually carry along. He can sustain that euphoria, because the deputy president has actually been campaigning since 2013. So he can actually sustain that euphoria up to the next election. That one is if he's going to succeed. If the no side is going to win. But if they're going to lose, then again, he's going to lose nothing. Because still, he cannot be gauged based on that. But if he succeeds, then he's going to carry the euphoria. Number 2, I also strongly believe that the deputy president is keen on using this referendum to test his campaign machinery. Remember, in this country today, it's appearing as if the deputy president is the only one who is running for the presidency and the rest are actually ganging against him. That's exactly what the deputy president has been doing. In 2013, all political parties in this country ganged against Raila Odinga, and they ended up forming a political party called Jubilee. So that's exactly what the deputy president is trying to do. The deputy president is trying to create a machinery, his communications machinery. How are they going to be effective? He's testing his groundmen. Will they be able to deliver? So basically that machinery which the deputy president is laying, his campaigners, his local people, his team, whether they are going to, whether he'll be capable of stopping any rigging. From this referendum, the deputy president will also test the system, whether the system can actually succeed in rigging him out. So basically what's happening is that the deputy president is going to use this referendum to test his machinery. So basically the deputy president is going to lose nothing if he lost the referendum. But even after losing, then he shall have tested his machinery. But a win for him would mean that his machinery will be lethal. So he can only improve on it. But again, even if he lost, then he's still going to improve on his campaign machinery. Remember, the campaigns in this country will require propaganda. So will his propaganda team succeed? It's going to require resources. He will be able to test whether he has the ability to sustain a presidential campaign. He's going to have a team, maybe regional teams, with messaging. Will this team be able to sustain the campaign? Number 4, the deputy president is also going to use this referendum to mobilize the like minds. In 2005, 2010, when the deputy president opposed the referendum, that's actually what propelled him. In 2005, was it 2005? When you opposed, no, 2010, when you opposed the referendum, that's actually what propelled the deputy president as the national figure. So today, the deputy president has been subdued. He's actually been subdued completely. But these guys are giving him a lifeline. A referendum would give the deputy president the opportunity to interact with the like minds. The civil society in this country, based on what have been gathering online and everywhere, are opposed to the Building Bridges initiative. They are not going to support the changes to the constitution, the civil society. So if they are going to oppose, and the deputy president is also going to oppose, what will that mean? It means the civil society are going to gang up against the government, and they're going to work closely with the deputy president. And that has been one of the biggest missing links in William Ruto's side. He has actually failed to penetrate the civil society. This is going to provide him with that. Then the church. Are the church going to support or to oppose? Assuming the church are going to oppose this BBI referendum, it means again the deputy president is going to work with them. In 2010, the deputy president, when he opposed the referendum, the biggest supporters he had were actually the church. Because the church believed, in this country though, that there was a clause which was allowing abortion. I don't know whether abortion is illegal or legal in this country. But the churches were saying that abortion, the new constitution was supporting abortion. So the deputy president managed to bring the like minds in the church together. This time around, whether it's going to succeed or not, I don't know. But if it's going to succeed, the church are going to oppose it, then it's going to be able to work together with them. And then it's going to build that momentum up to 2022. In the last referendum, which the deputy president also used effectively, the DP used the pastoralist propaganda on them. He told them that the government, the referendum was going to support insurance for livestock. And that was a way of taking the livestock by force from the pastoralist. So at the end of the day, the pastoralist became his partners in politics. Whether that's going to succeed again is still something I still don't know. But he's going to use it. He's going to use it to mobilize like minds for 2022. Number 4, the fourth objective which the deputy president is going to use is going to use this referendum to form his political party. The timing. Because the question is, the deputy president is being kicked out of Jubilee Party. And he's going to leave Jubilee Party. And should the deputy president join another political party? Yes or no? Maybe yes. Or should he form a new political party? Maybe yes or no. So if he decide to form a new political party, then it's going to be after this referendum. And the deputy president cannot form that political party or join a new political party or an existing political party now, because doing that would mean it's going to face a lot of challenges. I mean, it's going to be fought left, right, and center. But the deputy president is going to wait. Mulete your referendum yenu. Then this referendum is going to use it to mobilize the like minds, campaign, and then after that, then hiyo chungwa itakuwa tu chama. So the deputy president is likely to either form a political party or join an existing political party only after referendum. So he's going to use this referendum. And because he's a shrewd politician, very strategic, he will only do that. I'm sure the deputy president will only do that after he's sure. So if the referendum is going to be defeated badly, then the deputy president is still going to come back and fight for Jubilee Party. But if he's going to succeed, I can tell you for sure, the deputy president is going to use that to form his own political party or join an existing political party. Number 5, the last thing the deputy president is going to do to achieve with this referendum is that he wants a way of parting from President Uhuru Kenyatta. These guys formed the government. They formed Jubilee Party together. The president's term is coming to an end. The president was supposed to support him. The president has refused to support him. He can't show disrespect to the president. Yeah, because Central Kenya will definitely rebel. So the only way out for the DP is to join an anti-referendum campaign, because it's going to unite the country. If the entire country are going to agree that the referendum is bad and they're going to vote no, then it means the deputy president is going to use that. Because if the president says yes and he says no, these guys will definitely take to a podium. The deputy president will always stand on the podium and tell Kenyans why this referendum is bad and why Uhuru should not support it. On the other side, referendum is going to be part of Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy. So you would think that his deputy is actually fighting him. So it's going to provide an automatic opportunity for the two guys to part ways. So that's my take. But the fact of the matter is that the president is very clear that for him, he's going to support the referendum. He's been consistent on this, He said this during Madaraka Day celebrations. The president also reiterated the same when he last addressed the nation early this week. But immediately after that, the deputy president then decided to go outside there and start telling Kenyans why and how he's going to oppose the referendum. I don't know what you think, but from where I am, these are the 5 political objectives which the deputy president is going to achieve. Let me just summarize them so that if there's one which you feel I've missed out, then you can remind me in the comment section. Number 1 is going to use it to create a referendum, a euphoria for 2022, which is obvious. Number 2 is going to use it to test his campaign machinery, which I think is also obvious. Number 3 is going to use it to mobilize the like minds, the church, the civil society, either the women or the youths, for the purposes of 2022. The deputy president is also going to use the referendum campaigns after the referendum is over to form or to join a new political party. And lastly, he's also going to use this referendum to part ways with President Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. And if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thank you guys for your continued support. Without the support, this channel cannot be where it is today. It's been amazing. I see a lot of you guys sharing the videos. I see a lot of you guys commenting, giving the videos thumbs up. That's the only way you can help this channel. And of course, there are people who complain. Let me talk about this for the first time. That I put a lot of ads on the video. I don't think so. I've always tested this. YouTube has a way of putting those ads automatically. And I also have the option of spacing them. So I decided to always place the ads either every 3 seconds, every 3 minutes or 4 minutes. When I leave the YouTube to do it for itself, you'll find you watch the video after the first seconds, there's an ad. So I think watching an ad, then you wait for 3 minutes. It's not bad. Then another ad, 3 minutes. And again, I also watch YouTube. So if you feel, you can always skip. But if you want to support this channel, then don't skip those ads. Don't. Just watch the first one, the second one, then zingine you can jump. But as a favor, just watch 3 of those ads. It doesn't cost. Those ads are just seconds. But I take my time on this platform to actually create for you these videos. I do a lot of research. So I don't think if you also take your time to watch the entire video, which is good and I appreciate, then just a second of an ad, which is going in a long way in supporting the channel, is not bad. I've said that for the first time, and it's also the last time. Please, I hope I've not offended anybody. But I know on this channel, watu wananipenda sana, watu wanapenda hii channel, So, because we are now a community. At least I'm sure at the end of the day that there are always 5,000 people on this channel who are always eager to watch the next available video. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.